Easy ground ball to Frank Thomas in Omar's first at bat. I tell you what, the people here in Chicago know about some of the shortstop artistry of Ozzie Guillen, but they've had to have been impressed by what Vizquel has done in the first 3 games defensively. Beret again misses with that running fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. A Sandy Alomar homer here in the 3rd inning has tied the game at 1. Tribe with 3 hits. The Sox with 2. Their run batted in on a single by Lance Johnson. (3-0) on Omar. Carlos Baerga to hit next. Outside part of the plate. 3-1. And watch the fastball for strike 2.
I believe he was taking all the way on both pitches, making Beret work a little bit here.
Temperature right around 80 degrees, upper 70s, but humid today. And then he flails away at it for Beret's 3rd strikeout. That running fastball away is change speeds on him that time.
Omar was sitting on the fastball, and that ball just tailed away from him off the end of the bat.
You can see in the center field camera, you're right, Mike, how that pitch losing velocity dropped down below the bat as opposed to the runner that'll stay up.
Well, it was a good pitch because he had 3-1. He threw the fastball. 3-2. He threw the fastball. I think Omar just sitting thinking he didn't want to take a chance on walking him and looking for the fastball. And that tells you how much different you have to gear Jack for his fastball and his changeup. You get down in a certain, you take that front foot landing at a certain time, and he had that much more time to have to react to the ball, to wait.
2-0 on Carlos. 2 outs, nobody on, 1-1 in the 3rd. See Carlos's career numbers, 13 for 30 this year against Chicago pitching. And Beret has fallen behind again, 3 balls and no strikes.
I don't think Carlos will be taking. He might be taking here, but 3-1 he won't be if it goes that far. I think as hot as he is, Mike might even give him a green light here.
And he bloops it behind the infield. Cora takes it, but the Alomar homer tied.
Brought to you by Southwest Airlines.
First pitch strike from Jack Morris. 1-1 in the finale of this series in the 3rd inning. Indians ending a 9-game losing streak at Comiskey on Friday night, trying to make it a 3-game winning streak. And
I think this series has gone a long way. If the Indians needed a confidence builder, Jack, this series is it. No matter what happens this afternoon, they know that they can play the White Sox on even ground in their home ballpark.
just out of the reach of Baerga, Guillen has a leadoff single. So for the second straight inning, the leadoff man aboard for Chicago. Cora singled in the first, but was erased in a double play. Guillen going on the first pitch, slashed foul. Sox appear to be much more aggressive offensively here in this game, trying to manufacture things after being shut down the last two nights.
Well, Jack has not thrown over at all and really not stopped any of the runners yet. He's going to have to give a little extra look and maybe hold these guys, knowing that they're going to try to take some liberties here.
Guillen with 3 stolen bases on the year. Bunts fouled back, and it's 2 strikes on Cora. Coming up tonight on the 6 o'clock news after the game, now local Italians have World Cup fever as they go crazy for their team in the championship this afternoon. The Ducks have invaded Cleveland. Hundreds of ducks on the Cuyahoga River as part of a Kids Fest fundraiser, and Garrett Morgan, the man we couldn't live without, is honored. Do you know what Garrett Morgan did? Invented the stoplight. African American from Cleveland. On the 2-strike pitch, the pitch out.
Block, but
there
it's cost
go.
me a few bucks. That orange goes to red too quick.
Long look at Guillen, and now 2-2. Terry Bevington with the signs to the base runner and the man at the plate. The giving and taking of signs, always an interesting thing in this ballpark. The Sox have long been noted for their ability to steal signs. Guillen goes, it's hit up the middle. Vizquel can't get the play at second. Ball took one extra bounce, and Omar had to make sure he caught the ball, and Guillen slid in ahead of his try to force him at second.
Well, again, with the good jump going on the 2-2 pitch and stayed out of the double play. There you see that was the reason, because Guillen was off with the pitch.
Otherwise, it's the Indians' second double play of the afternoon. Instead, a man in scoring position with one out for Tim Raines. And up as well, but the Sox trying to load up from the port side against Morris. Ball one.
It was right at the knees. Jack does not let the umpires up very much. He will give them a pretty good battle back there.
Breaking ball that time is in the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Good off speed breaking pitch by Jack. One run on 3 hits for both teams so far. I like that camera angle. It's not quite behind the plate, but you get a good idea of the hitter's perspective. Sandy blocks it, comes up with the ball, and is not able to get Guillen.
Late, and he had to get the body down, make sure he kept it in front of them, but it bounced too far out. I got to give Guillen some credit there for taking the chance. It's hard for that runner at second base to see how far that ball bounces away from the catcher, especially when it's coming straight back toward him.
Raines hits it on the ground, and that will score the run. The ground out makes it 2-1 Chicago. Well, in close ball games, just like you said, partner, Sox moving guys around and getting the job done.
Moving around, one mistake, the wild pitch, and it cost him.
Jack this afternoon, the wild pitch and a walk looming large in this one. But now 2 outs. Although they still only have 1 out up on the scoreboard. Now they change it as it's 2-0 on Thomas. Thomas hit into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up. Baseball, for all of its big bombs, is many times little things. Speaking of big things, there was a big swing and a miss. 2-1 by the double play because of the runner going. And the wild pitch. 3-1 now on Frank Thomas, and Morris is mad at himself. Center field and gone. He's been quiet most of the series, but he gets that one there, number 33. So the Sox with 2 runs home and still scratching away here. From the bomb to the bunt.
They have tried to do this most of the series, take advantage of Jim Thome playing deep. And that ball just going to stay on the grass. It was not going to leave the grass and have any possible.
Strike 1 to Robin Ventura. Jack made about 3 throws over there at Franco. Like, he wasn't real happy that Julio put a bunt down. But
well, Julio stole the base the last time, and the White Sox have the guys who can run a little bit have been taking some liberties, as we said. 1-1.
Game 1, 2 on Friday night, shutout last night, 3 this afternoon through 2 2/3. And that's a good pitch right there under the hands. 2-2. 7-1 since the mustache disappeared. He has lost twice to the Yankees and once to Chicago among the 3 losses in his 8-5 start. Franco goes, and it's hit to left field. Albert comes on and squeezes it, but the Sox get 2 here in the 3rd. To get the offense going against Jason Beret, a tough task here as we head into the 4th inning. It'll be the middle part of the order trying to get it done. Beret comes into this game 3rd in the league in terms of shutting down the opposition, batting just .219 against Jason.
Albert Bell had a base hit in the 2nd inning, single to left field. One of the 3 Indian base hits off Beret, Bell, Jim Thome, and Sandy Alomar with his 11th home run of the year. That came in the 3rd inning, accounted for the Indians' run. For the White Sox, RBIs by Johnson, Raines, and Frank Thomas with his 33rd home run of the year. Beret set to go to Albert Bell, and he misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. I'll tell you, you would have thought that there was a Brinks robbery here on Friday night. The way the media has been hovering around yesterday and today. Hit out of play. Granted, it's a story, but some of the guys saying it's a little overblown. It's just a bat after all.
Yep. The biggest suspension ever handed out for a corked bat was 10 games. I don't know if Bobby Brown would go to that level if there is something wrong with the bat.
Down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch to Albert, and the breaking ball hangs high. Full count now. Albert then. Upstairs again. Just got a piece trying to bring the bat back. He just fouled, tipped it into the glove of Crackervice. And Jason Beret has his 4th strikeout.
Boy, frustrating for Albert there, because this is ball 4. Tries to hold up, and wow. Hard to see it tick the bat, but as you see it go by, it must have just grazed it. Albert didn't offer any complaint at all. Normally you can feel that in your hand.
I thought I heard it, Jack. We've got the shotgun mic down there, and I thought I heard the tip of the bat hitting the ball on the way by. Eddie Murray swung at the first pitch, his first trip to the plate, and flying to center. Takes this one for a strike. And hits it foul. He's in the hole, 0-2.
If you're coming to the next homestand at Jacobs Field, be sure and stop in the Tribe Team Shop at the ballpark, as well as the Galleria and Belden Village Mall, to get the latest in Tribe merchandise.
Outside with a breaking ball, a ball and 2 strikes to Eddie Murray with 1 out in the 4th inning. Bure has now struck out 4, has not walked anybody, and given up the 3 base hits. Bure looking for his 10th win of the year. His win total up among the leaders, the earned run average, hit on the ground. Ventura over to Frank Thomas, and Murray retired 5-3. Tommy had his first base hit of the series back in the 2nd inning. Had been 0 for 7. But that was a pretty hard 0 for 7. Hit the ball well in the first couple of games of this series, but nothing to show for it, unfortunately. There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on Tommy. They had 41,000 plus here last night. Lined right at Ventura. A 1-2-3 inning for Jason Bure. White Sox lead it 3-1.
Yeah, that has to go as an error. I would think. Didn't get the glove down. Looked like it scooted under the glove even. Got some of it, but not enough.
They're going to give him a base hit.
Wow.
White Sox have now had the lead base runner aboard in every inning. Leadoff hitter has been on first base. They have scored in the 2nd and the 3rd, and have the leadoff runner on again here. They have tried to run on Morris. See if Newsom will be going. Not this time. The ball is up high, and it's 2-0. Lance Johnson almost trying to help Alomar, and then said, no, better not do it. That ball is in play.
Watch the ball come out of Sandy's glove, drop right at the foot of Lance Johnson. He started to bend down to pick it up.
Fouled out of play. 2 balls and a strike on.
Second complete game of the year, is 217th victory in the big leagues.
And should have it. He had to come in a couple of steps as that ball was sinking on the way out.
Take a look at the Lincoln Mercury scoreboard. Big doings at Olympic Stadium in Montreal into the bottom of the 8th inning. William Van Landingham, the rookie pitcher of the Giants, working on a no-hitter. Matt Williams with his 34th home run of the season, the National League leader for the Giants as well.
Look out down at third base. That low bridge. Terry Bevington at third.
Well, the Atlanta Braves have disposed of the Marlins, so they will maintain the best record in baseball. Greg Maddux now 12-5 for Atlanta. Dodgers are in Philadelphia, and the Phillies are working on the shutout behind Fernando Valenzuela in the 7th.
Alomar with another good stop. Boy, Jack really makes you work back there. He throws a lot of that off-speed stuff, and he's not going to miss high very often. If he's going to miss, he's going to miss in the dirt, and he really makes Sandy work.
Well, that's why he has said that Sandy's the best catcher he's ever thrown to in his big league career, that he has no qualms about throwing any pitch in any situation.
Pitch out and nothing going.
Doug Dravic had a big lead in this one, but left the ball game. Took a line drive off the right forearm, his pitching arm, but Houston with the big advantage at Three Rivers. The Padres have the big advantage at Shea against the Mets in the bottom of the 8th, and the Cubs and the Reds 2-0 Chicago in the 5th.
Good fastball that time from Morris, and the count evens to Karkovice. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Finish off the National League. St. Louis with the 1-0 lead in the 3rd inning. St. Louis trying to get going in the Central Division, but they are still well behind Cincinnati. 9.5 games at the start of the day.
2-2 on Karkovice. Grounded to short his first trip to the plate. Newson at first with 1 out. Down low. Full count now. To the number 8 hitter, Ozzie Guillen, the shortstop, waiting on deck.
Well, I would guess that this is going to be a running situation the way the Sox have done it so far this afternoon.
Karkovice does strike out a lot, but they will probably go. There he goes. Karkovice hits it to right field. Ramirez, the throw going to be cut off by Bell, and the White Sox in runner at first and 3rd.
Making his 2-run average. And worked like 1 2 innings, but a good control here.
You need to add a pair of base here in the 6th. Hawks has loaded the bases. Candy Maldonado all set to go against Dennis Cook with the bases loaded and 2 out. Indians trying to come back here. Hard slider right in on the hands of Maldonado, and Cook got the best of that one.
Yeah, good location. Of course, the Indians pinch hitters have the luxury at home of going into the cages and getting some swings before they come out. Not so on the road.
0-1 pitch upstairs, and quickly Candy in the hole. 0-2.
Well, we saw at times last year in Dennis Cook's time with the Indians that when he gets ahead of hitters, he can be a tough pitcher. It's just that as a starter, he was not consistent with his control. Appears to have been better at it this year, and particularly when you come into that middle relief role, almost all the time you're coming in with a guy on base, and you hate to complicate the problem.
Yeah, better be able to throw strikes in that situation. He has here. The Cora, he'll get it. He got Ramirez at the bag, and the White Sox get out of it.
Trial of O.J. Simpson will do some